All right, welcome back into Pure Adrenaline Sports, everybody. This is John coming at you with this week's MLB Power Rankings. Thank you, everybody, so much. Hey, Snowman checking in. He says his White Sox belong in the top 10. So Snowman saying his team belongs in the top 10. We will keep an eye on that. Once again, say hello in the chat. Let us know if you are not a Met fan, where do you think your team will rank? And let's get into it since we don't have anybody else saying hello in the chat yet. Let us know your thoughts on the Tarek Skubal trade as well to the Dodgers. I will give my thoughts as well as we go throughout the stream. But we'll wait. Baseball on top. What's up? Saying hello. All right, let's get into it, though. Oh, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate the kind words. Appreciate the kind words. Awesome stuff. And I know it's a late notice, Snowman, but if available, would you be willing to hop in for the power rankings? I know it's late notice, but you might be getting ready for your stuff as well. We'll see what he says here. Let's make sure we're good to go on all the sides here while I wait for a response. Our guy District Nation, who usually joins us, is still on vacation. We were texting back and forth a little bit, and there he is. There's District Nation right now. Saw the Nats went down just by the thumbnail. 4-game skid can do that to you. Yep. He's prepping for White Sox and Rays at 140. So, all right, let's get into it then. Miss Gina is here as well. Well, I started right on time this time, Miss Gina. So you're actually not late because usually the countdown is still going on, but we started on time. Started the countdown about 10 minutes early. All right, let's get into it then. All right, here we go. Coming in at number 30, I had to do something to the software so it does not have the previous week's ranks on them. It's just going to have the equal sign. But let's go. Coming in at number 30 this week, once again, I'm calling them the Oakland Athletics until they officially move. Right now, dead last, 45 and 66 on the year. They are struggling 2-8 over their last 10. They have a fairly easy schedule left, but they are all sorts of banged up out there. Look at their ERA. Look at their pitching. 27th overall, according to the PAS rankings. But look, 29th in ERA, 29th in runs, 29th in hits, 30th in home runs. The only thing helping them out is a little bit is the strikeouts. But one more with Detroit. And once again, I forgot to put home and away. That would be nice to know where they are. Las Vegas. Well, they're not playing in Las Vegas yet, so they're not getting called Las Vegas yet. And right now, somebody owns the naming rights to the Las Vegas A's Athletics, so they're probably not going to be called that. But yeah, offensively fine, middle of the pack, 13th. But yeah, one more with Detroit before an off day, and then Cincinnati for 3 and Boston for 3. My guess is that Boston for 3 is in Boston because Boston's out on a road trip right now. So next weekend they're probably back home. But let's keep climbing up. Coming in The more Luminous keeps talking, the more Luminous wants to be timed out for the day. Dr. Delay is here. What is up, Dr. Delay? Guys, for all your Pittsburgh sports needs, make sure you check out our guy, Dr. Delay. Does a great job with the Pirates. Does a great job with the Steelers, the Penguins. He mixes in other games as well. But the Angels, man, the Angels, poor Mike Trout. Don't know if Trout, from the words of it, Trout won't accept the trade. I don't know if that'll change here. But the Angels 25th on offense, 16th in pitching. One more with Milwaukee before facing Baltimore for 3, and Milwaukee for 3. That just beat the copyright, yeah. All right, here we go. Colorado Rockies coming in at number 28. They are dead last in pitching, but 6th on offense. So I don't know. I is it the thin air out in Colorado? I don't know. But man, they have a tough schedule the rest of the way. Also, one more with Kansas City today before 3 with Tampa Bay. An off day on Thursday and next weekend with St. Louis. So these teams, most of these teams have been down here in these locations all season long. Coming in at number 27, the Kansas City Royals. 4-6 over their last 10, 20 games under. But yeah, 28th overall in pitching, 14th in offense. So another team good on offense, but their pitching absolutely atrocious. I don't think they should or will they trade Bobby Witt, but you never know. Maybe another team becomes really desperate now with the Skubal news. Yeah, very wrong with the Royals this year. So was I, Dr. Delay. So was I. On my Mets, yeah, F on the season's strength of schedule for the remainder of the year. F. Give everything from the Mets, top to bottom. F. Ownership, president of baseball operations / GM, play on the field, minor league system. It's all F. Not even F for fail. That's F for. This team is in trouble. 27th on offense, 13th in pitching. They are bringing up guys every day from the minors to pitch out of the bullpen. But they're still ranked 13th pitching, but offense, even now without Soto, it's not even good. One more with Miami. We don't talk about the Mets. Off day tomorrow. Then they go to Cleveland for 3, Pittsburgh for 3. So if your team is struggling and you want to see the Mets on your upcoming schedule, you definitely want to see that. So yeah, our Mets right here, 4-6 over their last 10. Just it's bad all over the place. right. Miss Gina's got it. Dr. Delay putting the F in the chat as well. So not good from top to bottom. Let's keep climbing here. Coming in at number 25 this week, the San Francisco Giants. And the Giants 25th. I wish I didn't change the software a little bit because it got rid of all the other rankings. It had plus and down arrows for each team here to see who was improving or declining. That's okay. San Diego, one more with San Diego before Texas for 3, and Detroit for weekend series next weekend. They are 16th on offense, 19th in pitching, so not terrible, but their record, 17 games below 500. Not good. But let's keep climbing up towards that number 21 spot. The Cincinnati Reds, this team, I was wrong on this team this year too. The Reds, even though they're 6 games under, right now, tough schedule the rest of the way. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't watch enough of the Reds to know what's going on a daily basis over there. But 26th on offense, 25th in pitching. One more with Pittsburgh. They've been having a good series this weekend. I've been listening to Dr. Delay over there. A little bit of a rain delay yesterday, about an hour, 45 minutes for them. That's always the worst when you're streaming for a rain delay. But then a day off on Monday. The A's coming up, and the Nats coming up as well. They took 2 with you guys. 6 games under. If they were in the American League, they'd be right in the middle of the wild card hunt if they were in the American League. So the Pirates took the season series with them yesterday. Nice. We'll keep looking here. Coming in at number 23, the Toronto Blue Jays. Now they are 6-4 over their last 10. Let me get that. Let me look at the. Let me look at the wild card standings here. The Toronto Blue Jays right now at 52 and 59 are 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. Oh man, they've won 3 in a row. C plus on the remaining schedule, so middle of the pack there. Their offense still struggling. Pitching, they're 11th overall. But offense, man, what Vladdy Guerrero Jr.'s, what's he got? 6 home runs on the year. Once again, I don't watch the American League on a daily basis, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Is it World Series hangover? I know they lost Bichette. I'm sure they lost some other pieces on offense as well. Dr. Delay says lots of teams still in it. Yep. But yeah, especially in the American League, like I just said, 7 games under 500 in the beginning of August, and you're still you're only 3.5 games out. Not good. It looks like they have a makeup game coming up here. We got St. Louis today, 3 for Houston. Then they have a Cubs game on Thursday, and then the Phillies next weekend. That must be a makeup game there. I will have to check Toronto's schedule. I don't know why. That's odd that they would have a 1-game series. Actually, I got Toronto up right here. Toronto's schedule. And it's a makeup game from June 21st. It's a makeup game from June 21st, so that's why it's only a 1-game set. And it's a day game, so. All right, let's keep climbing here. Coming in at number 22, the Baltimore Orioles. Right now, another team, 3 games under, still right in the middle of the race there in the American League wild card. Let's see where Baltimore's at. Baltimore's a game and a half out. So I don't know. Will some of these teams make some trades to get into the playoffs. Honestly, if I'm a team that I'm on the edge right now, I'm not trading anybody. With the Scooble news, I don't understand. Now, it doesn't mean they're guaranteed to win the World Series, the Dodgers, but stranger things have happened. Once again, the Blue Jays had them the Blue Jays had them last year, and blew it at the end. But yeah, Baltimore 23rd on offense, 23rd in pitching. One more with the Phillies today. I believe that's the rubber match. But then they have the Angels for 3 and the Rangers for 3 next weekend. So a couple winnable games. That Texas series is going to be good because Texas is fighting for a wild card spot as well. Texas right now is only a half game out of a playoff spot. So all right, chat is quiet here. Let's keep climbing here. Number 21. Texas Rangers. There are those Texas Rangers. Texas very easily scheduled the rest of the way on paper. One more with Houston. Houston's hot right now, so that's not an easy game. But San Francisco, Baltimore is not going to be easy because they're fighting for a wild card spot. But record-wise, they have one of the easiest schedules left. 18th on offense, 21st in pitching. I don't know what Texas needs. But let's keep climbing here. Coming in at number 20. The St. Louis Cardinals. This team fell once again earlier in the season. They were close to the top 10. But yeah, they're starting to fall 3 games under now. And I want to give credit. I believe it was Dr. DeLay that said at the beginning of the year, all our power rankings, it was all the AFC or AFC, all the National League Central teams were up in the top 15. And I believe it was Dr. DeLay that said eventually some of these teams are going to fall back down, and that is exactly what happened here. 2-8 over their last 10, 24th on offense, 18th in pitching, but not a terrible season for St. Louis. I thought St. Louis was going to be one of the worst teams in baseball this year, and 3 games under with 50 games to go? That's not terrible. One more with Toronto, 3 with the Yankees, 3 with Colorado next weekend. So St. Louis in a rebuild year is doing okay. Don't know what happened there. There we go. Dr. DeLay says Cardinals have been better than expected, but yes, still a year or 2 away. Yeah, so St. Louis starts our top 20 here. Let's fall down to the teens here. Coming in at number 19, the Minnesota Twins. The Twins technically right now on the outside of the playoffs, but they're technically tied because it shows 0 games back in the wild card standings. Oh, actually, right now Minnesota does have the number 3 spot over Cleveland. Both teams are 56 and 56. But yeah, on paper, a fairly easy schedule left. 7-3 over their last 10. They're 10th in offense. I know they 26th in pitching. They made at least one move so far for a bullpen arm. They got AJ Minter from our Mets. I'd like to trade for the Mets. Minter's a free agent at the end of the year, a guy that they weren't going to re-sign anyway. So you get a couple of minor league prospects in return. Don't know how those guys are going to pan out. One of the guys, former Mets, Benny Agbayani. It's one of the guys is his son. So we'll see. But one more with Seattle before Kansas City for 3 and Milwaukee for 3. Coming in at number 18 in this week's rankings, the Cleveland Guardians. A fairly easy schedule remaining for Cleveland as well. one more with Arizona, but then 3 with our Mets. But then the White Sox next weekend, so that's not going to be easy. Oh, they got Kremer. Oh, that's right. They did. Thank you, Michael, from the Orioles, right? I don't know what they gave up to get him, but yes, they did. Thank you, Michael. But yeah, Cleveland 7th in pitching, offense. They need some help on offense. They are ranked dead last on offense. And let's keep climbing up towards the top 10 here. Number 17, the Astros, 9-1 over their last 10. They are on a tear right now. Fairly easy schedule on paper. I got to keep saying that because you never know what's going to happen when you play the game. But yeah, Houston is 11th in offense, 22nd in pitching. So another team that could use some pitching. 3rd in home runs, 10th in runs. They don't steal many bases, and their pitching is all over the place. 26th in ERA, but only 11. Oh, they've given up a ton of home runs. That's why 26th in home runs. One more with Texas before Toronto for 3, an off day on Thursday, and San Diego for 3 next weekend. District says Jordan is really on a tear. That's why they're on a tear as well, in his opinion. But let's keep looking. Once again, we'll be live today for the Mets and Marlins game. Some people have stopped by today. Snowman Multimedia will be live for the White Sox game. District will be live for the Pirates game today. Thank you, Miss Gina, for letting people know. Dr. DeLay says, I picked the Astros to go to the playoffs. They may win the division. Let me see what that division stands at right now. Division, because I was on wild card standings. Right now, they have a 1.5 lead over the Texas Rangers. 4. Oh, they're playing each other right now. But Texas has lost 4 in a row, where Houston's won 5 in a row. So that's the change. Seattle still only 3 games back in the division, even though they're 4 games under 500. Oh, man. But not good. All right, let's keep climbing up here. We're getting closer to number 15. Snowman made a prediction on where his White Sox should be. I have not seen a prediction from District Nation or Dr. DeLay yet where their team should be. Or if you did, I missed it. Coming in at number 16, the Seattle Mariners. There they are. I don't know how I have them ahead right now. That's odd. How are they ahead of Houston right now with a worse record? I don't know, but easy schedule coming up. Easier schedule now. It'll be interesting to see now that Detroit has traded Skubal. Do they still trade Casey Mize? We'll check that. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Yeah, but Seattle on offense, 28th in baseball, 7th in pitching. Yeah, not good for them on offense, but they're once again right in the middle of it. One more with Minnesota, like I said, 3 with Detroit and 3 with Tampa Bay next weekend. Those games in Tampa Bay are those games against Tampa Bay are in Seattle, just according to start times. All right, let's keep climbing. Number 15 here. We are halfway through. Let's do the top half of the rankings here. Number 15, the San Diego Padres, 7-3 over their last 10. D+, so a tough schedule remaining for them, especially this week coming up. You got San Francisco today, but 4 with Arizona, 3 with Houston. Let's take a look at the National League playoff race. Arizona right now, the second wild card team. So San Diego is a game out. They are 2 games behind Arizona for the number 2 spot, but a 4-game set coming up. So those two teams will be fighting for playoffs, and that's going to help. That could help, like District Nation and Dr. Delay, with your guys Pirates and Nats on the outside looking in. Maybe these two teams splitting. Michael says, I know Minnesota tried to trade with Houston. That would send Trevor Larnach to Houston for Abreu, but Houston declined the trade last minute. Right? Yeah, it got accepted, and then it got. I don't know. Something stopped it. Right? DC could not have fallen that far. All right, let's keep climbing up here towards number 15. So keep an eye on the Padres this week in this week's rankings. The Nationals, there you are, number 14 district. Once again, I had to reset everything, so that's why I don't have the previous rankings on there. But look at, man, Washington still, according to our rankings, where we factor in a lot of the offensive categories, I had Washington at number 1 in offense and 28th in pitching. 25th or worst in the main categories there. And I was going to say first or better. You can't be better than first. In 3 of the 5 main categories. Nationals have a great ranking. 14 is fine with our pitching. Yeah, I don't know really. Just heard they declined it. Yeah. All right, coming in at number 13. Oh, Washington, 1 more with Atlanta today, 4 with Philadelphia. Don't know if that's in the capital or not. And then 3 with Chicago. That's the Reds. I'll get it. I go from Chicago to the White Sox to the Reds. All right, let's get it right the first time. But yes, and that's district. When are you back live streaming? The Phillies coming in at number 13 right now. They are struggling. 2-8 over their last 10. 2-8 over their last 10. D plus on the remaining strength of schedule. So a tough schedule coming up. They are 17th on offense, 17th in pitching. Their pitching has dropped over the last couple weeks, but their offense has gone up a little bit. Yo, Stoney's here. Hopefully next. Hopefully we have it next season. 4 in Philly is going to be tough. Yep. Oh, it's in Philly. Oh, vacation ends Friday. Nice. Okay. All right. Let's keep climbing up. Let's get closer to the top 10 here. Coming in at number 12. The Miami Marlins right now. They're not. Are they ahead? They're not ahead of the Phillies in the rankings, right? No, I don't know. Only a game and a half behind. So, but 1 more with our Mets today, looking to win 3 out of 4. Then they have Atlanta for 3 and the Angels for 3. So Miami, 8th on offense, 10th in pitching. Miami went from a seller last year to staying pat this year. Plus that lockdown is going to be boring. No, lockout, not lockdown. Dr. Delay, I still think Philly fails. Been saying it for a month now. We'll see. Michael says Miami's been on fire. They're doing better than last season. Yeah, they were struggling. They lost 12 in a row, right? And then they go to Philadelphia and sweep the Phillies. And now they're on the verge of taking 3 or 4 from our Mets. So let's keep climbing towards the top 10 here. Coming in at number 11, the Detroit Tigers right now, 6-4. Let's see where they are in the wild card standings. Once again, if you have not heard, It broke late last night. The Tigers traded Skubal to the Dodgers. Detroit is 2.5 games out. One more with the A's, and they have Seattle and San Francisco. So very winnable games coming up for Detroit. B minus on their remaining strength of schedule. So on paper, at least it's easy. But without Skubal now, I mean that's a game you could. I don't want to say mark down for a W, but you were going to be in the game if Skubal was pitching, right? All right, coming in at number 10. There you are, Dr. DeLay, your Pirates. Your Pirates in at number 10, even though they're 3-7 over their last 10. Mets are going to get a W today, says Miss Gina. One more with the Reds. Milwaukee for 4, then our Mets for 3 next weekend. That series is in Pittsburgh. But look at their offense there. I have them as the second-ranked offensive team and pitching 14th. 14th pitching. And Skeens hasn't had a terrible season, but not a great season. Looking at Skeens' first 2 seasons, his ERA is over 3, right? His record, he was 500 last year, and he's 500 this year. I don't know if that really matters. But, yeah. I don't know what's going on with Skeens this year. But right now they're still 14th, and he has had a down year. So Dr. DeLay says, I will take it. Just has been so disappointing with our bullpen. So, yeah, 1 more with Cincinnati, 4 with Milwaukee, and 3 with our Mets. So Pittsburgh, let's see. If they win today, they could take 2 from Milwaukee. That's going to be tough. And they'll win Friday and Saturday against our Mets. So you guys should still be in the top 10 next week. Michael says Pirates got Doval from the Yankees yesterday. Forgive the pronunciation. Not familiar with him. Oops. Do we have any MLB notifications here? I don't. The guys I follow on X or Twitter, whatever you guys still call it, are still thinking there's going to be a ton of trades. I do not. If they were going to agree to a trade for Skubal, I don't know. They should have waited to announce it or something, because I could see a lot of teams being like, nah, we're not going to trade any of our prospects now. But we'll see. We'll see. We have till 6 o'clock tomorrow for the deadline. But let's keep climbing into the top 10. Arizona Diamondbacks, number 9 on the year, 7-3 over their last 10. Look at They're 9th ranked team. They're 18th on offense and 24th in pitching. Oh, true. Yeah, you rank 27th in bullpen ERA and second most innings pitched. Yeah, not good. For Arizona, they got 1 more with Cleveland, 4 with San Diego, and 3 with the Dodgers. So Arizona, tough schedule coming up. But let's keep going here, everybody. Coming in at number 8, the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox made a trade. Who did they get? They got a pitcher from Seattle, right? I should know this. I'm a sports channel. I should be keeping on top of everybody that's getting traded. 58 and 52 on the year. They're 5-5 over their last 10. 1 more with Tampa Bay. 3-game set with the Red Sox coming up and the Guards. So tough matchups coming up for the White Sox here. 15th on offense, 7th in pitching. Castillo, thank you. Michael, thank you. Once again, I should know this stuff, right? Being a baseball channel. All right, let's keep climbing here. The White Sox coming in at number 8, and Snowman said they'd be in the top 10, and they are. They're in number 8. So great stuff. The Boston Red Sox, Fitzy's Red Sox right now coming in at number 7. They are 59 and 51. They have won the first 2 from the Dodgers on their trip out to La La Land there. They have an off day tomorrow. Then they have the White Sox for 3 and the A's for 3. B on the remaining strength of schedule. They are 21st in offense, 4th in pitching. Once again, I said they were about game during that 15-game winning streak. They were about game 4 or 5, and I said if they can get some offense, they are going to be a scary team in the American League, just because of that pitching. And their pitching still ranks 4th without Crochet. So we will see what the Red Sox do here. But yeah, one more that's the Sunday night game. So I'm sure our guy Fitzy will be live. Wish you was doing the MLB trade line today. The MLB trade line is tomorrow, Stoney. Celia, the Yankees are pretty disappointing to me. I know it can't be worse than the Mets, but it's been a tough watch lately. I am doing a live stream tomorrow for the trade deadline. But like towards the end, I don't get home from work till about 5:30. So no worries. Thank you, Dr. Delay. Once again, everybody, for all your Pittsburgh sports needs, make sure you check out Dr. Delay. He's climbing out. He's almost up to 11,000 on the sub count. So Fitzy's Red Sox coming in at number 7. Let's keep climbing here. Number 6, the Tampa Bay Rays right now, 7-3. Even though they lead the division, they are 6th with the Yankees ranked ahead of them. 9th overall on offense, 12th in pitching, an easy schedule the rest of the way on paper, A- rating. One more with the Sox. Then they have Colorado for 3, Seattle for 3. 20 games above 500. So once again, Tampa Bay, this was the year I thought Tampa Bay would take a step back, not necessarily be a terrible team, but I did not expect them to be 20 games above 500. All right, let's get into this week's top 5. Once again, we'll be live at 1:30 for Mets and Marlins today. Do I think any team really has a shot? Yes, I do. If the Red Sox can get some offense without tearing apart their bullpen and their pitching, I think the Red Sox can. And if the Yankees can get healthy on offense, I think the Yankees can as well. All right, let's keep climbing here. Let's get to number 5. The New York Yankees coming in at number 5. Right now, the Yankees 12th overall on offense without Judge for the longest time, right? So still 13 games above 500, 6-4 over their last 10. They are 2nd in pitching. That's why I think the Yankees could beat the Dodgers and the Red Sox could beat the Dodgers, the pitching. That's why the Dodgers went out and got a guy like Skubal as well. That's going to bolster them up some. But we'll look. Once again, what were the Red Sox? The Red Sox were 4th in pitching. The Yankees are 2nd, and we'll look at the Dodgers before they got Skubal, where their rankings were. But, yeah, the Yankees, one more with the Cubs, 3 with St. Louis, 3 with Atlanta next weekend. Coming in at number 4 this week, the Chicago Cubs. Cubs are 6-4 over their last 10. Cubs on offense, 4th, 20th in pitching. That's why I don't think the Cubs. Now, who are they going to go out? Are they going to go out and get Peralta? I don't think getting a Peralta puts a National League team up over the Dodgers right now. But the Cubs, 6-4 over their last 10, 15 games above 500. One more with the Yankees, 3 with the Dodgers, so that'll be interesting. Then that makeup game on Thursday against Toronto, and then Kansas City next weekend. So it'll be interesting to see if the Cubs stick in the top 5 here with 1 with the Yankees and 3 with the Dodgers. The Atlanta Braves coming in at number 3. The Braves have 1 more with the Nats today, 3 with the Marlins, 3 with the Yankees. So the Braves, don't know. I know they made a trade too, man. Lane Thomas. Let me. Did I get it? I think they got Lane Thomas. But yeah, the Braves are 7th on offense, 6th in pitching. Tough schedule the rest of the way for them. But yeah, look at their offense. The only thing they're bad at on offense is stealing bases. Part of that is Acuna missing some time, but they're pitching. Sixth in pitching. But let's get to the top 2 here. The Milwaukee Brewers coming in at number 2. Milwaukee number 1 in pitching. I still don't think. I don't know. Right now, I don't think Milwaukee. If they had a 7-game series with the Dodgers, I just don't think the Brewers can compete. Am I wrong? Lane Thomas and Bailey Falter to the Braves. Thank you, Michael. I got Thomas. I remember Thomas. But yeah, the Brewers 69 and 41. Tough schedule for them. 1 more with the Angels, 4 with Pittsburgh, 3 with Minnesota. Let's get to number 1. Once again, we still got to get ready for our live stream for the Mets game here at 1:30. So we're about 45 minutes away from that. But thank you, everybody, so much for hopping in today. Once again, Dr. Delay was here. Snowman was here. District Nation was here. I appreciate those guys so much. Michael today. Michael dropping the knowledge, keeping me on my toes. But yeah, once again, coming in at number 1 this week. They've been number 1 for. I'd have to go back and look at the rankings. How many straight weeks they've been at number? Actually, that's something I can add to the software. Streak for record and streak for rank. That'll be nice to add. But the Dodgers coming in at number 1. Their remaining schedule, middle of the pack. 1 more with Boston tonight. Then the Cubs for 3, Arizona for 3. So tough schedule this week for the Dodgers. I don't think even if they were to lose all 6 games this week, I do not think the Dodgers would drop out of the number 1 spot. Honestly, just that's where they're at. They're 3rd on offense, 3rd in pitching. Oh, they're 3rd in pitching. So, and then now they add Skubal. So, tough there. But we'll see. We will see what it does. But enjoy baseball the rest of this season, everybody, because I think it's going to be a long process. And I don't know if we're going to miss all of 2027, but I believe we're definitely going to miss some of the games. I do not think we will be playing a 162-game schedule next season. And I think a stoppage is going to hurt baseball. Right now, they have moved back into the 2nd spot in terms of popularity in U.S. sports. I think it could hurt a little bit. Kyle Tucker would be going versus old team. He used to. Yeah, what happened, man? What happened to Tucker? Yeah, knew it would be the Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers. I'd have to look at my rankings. The Dodgers have been number 1 like 6 or 7 straight weeks. So, at least I know earlier on the Braves were it kept going back and forth because you would get Braves fans after the stream commenting, "There's no way the Dodgers are ranked ahead of us. We beat them 3 out of 4 times." Well, what happened? Because now you're not even number 2. So, but hey, what I wouldn't take right now to be number 2 in the rankings, right? The Dodgers are stacked. Just because you're stacked doesn't mean you win. But we shall see. I think they're going. I do think they're going to win. I do think they're going to win the 3rd straight championship. But I'll be rooting for somebody to knock them out. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much. We appreciate you all coming out. Miss Gina was here all stream. Stoney stopped in. Dr. Delay, District Nation, Snowman. Appreciate you guys. Celia, Michael. Thank you guys so much. Luminous was here. Thank you, Luminous. So great stuff coming up. We'll keep an eye on the MLB trade deadline as well. Once again, that comes up tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we will do it again. We'll have our MLB Power Rankings again next week. Hopefully I got it back to working where it's has the previous week's ranks and stuff like that. So great stuff, everybody. What I will do now, we're not going to redirect anywhere. So thanks, everybody. We'll play a little outro. And once again, hit that thumbs up for us. Consider hitting that subscribe button or the follow button, depending on which platform you're watching on. We are streaming to all the platforms. So once again, thank you, everybody. And we will see you for the Mets and Marlins game.